One of the very first things that I do when I sit down to plan out the decor for the upcoming changing of the seasons is to gather a whole bunch of inspiration. And there are a couple different ways that I like to do this. One of the ways that I really love to start gathering some inspiration is one that is probably a little bit more obvious, and that is the use of Pinterest. I enjoy using Pinterest. I think that there are a ton of ideas out there and inspiration. I like to do this to just start gathering some different photos and just some different ways of approaching the seasons. Now, one thing that I try to avoid is to completely just recreate my Pinterest board in my home. I like to use the things that I gather on Pinterest as just inspiration and then tweak and change things so that they fit my home. I do have a pretty good collection of home decor books, and I love to get these out at the changing of the seasons and flip through all of the photos. This is a really great way to gain more inspiration. If you don't have a large collection of home decor books, the library has a really great selection. I know our local library has an awesome home interior design section, and if I don't have a book, I often will go to the library first to see if I can find it there and kind of get the chance to sit with it and really see if it's a book that I'm going to use and enjoy before I purchase it. So that is another way that you can gain inspiration, is to look through your home decor books that you already have or check out your local library for some additional inspiration. Another thing that I really love to do when I am planning out my decor for the upcoming seasons, and in this case we're talking about fall, so I love to sit down and make a list of all of the things that makes me think of that season, or all of the things that I really love about the fall season. So that's what I did. I sat down and I thought a little bit about what I love about fall. Some of those things being the crisp and cool fall air, the pumpkin spice treats, the warmed spiced scents, the cozy knit blankets. I could go on and on and on, but it really helps me to think not only what I want my home to look like, but also what I want my home to feel like. This year I started using a brand new tool, and this is not a sponsored video at all. This is just a tool that I came across, and it is something that has been really helpful in organizing my ideas when it comes to my decorating. I love Milanote, and it gives me the opportunity to create mood boards and just organize everything all in one place. I can organize my Pinterest pins. If there are any websites that I've been visiting that have tutorials on them that I want to come back to, I can create a color palette. I can pin my favorite stems from all of the different places that I am looking at. It's just a really great tool to organize a bunch of different things in one place. You can always just create a note using your notes app on your phone, and you can compile all of your fall inspiration there. Websites, you can screenshot photos from Pinterest, just another place to put all of your ideas together in one place. So as I have mentioned before, and if you have been with my channel for a little while, you know that I really love to keep things affordable when it comes to my home decorating. So a really great way to do that is to reuse items and to revamp them in different ways so that you're not always buying new decor. If you're wanting to change your color palette, it is super easy to just paint some of the existing decor that you have. I have a plan for my fall decor to do a couple little makeovers to some stems that I have, and also some pumpkins. I am planning to make a whole video about my DIY projects for the fall, but just to give you a little bit of a snippet and an idea about what I'm thinking, I have these stems that I had left over, I think from 3 or 4 years ago now, that I am actually planning to paint. I do not decorate with reds and oranges and yellows in my home. I have tried in the past, as you can see here, and it just doesn't work with the color tones that I have going on in my house. The wall color, which you can actually kind of see behind me, is this kind of blue, gray, green. It honestly depends on the light in the room, what color it reads. And I just have a really hard time decorating with any bright colors in my home. So I tend to gravitate more towards neutrals, and that is just my love and what I think fits in with some of the other decor that I have going on. If you love the traditional fall colors, you can pretty much take any of the ideas that I'm going to be talking about in today's video and you can tweak them to fit whatever colors resonate with you when you think of fall. Anyways, these are going to be getting a little bit of a makeover. I'm going to be painting them some creams, tans, browns, just reusing what I already have, but giving it a little bit of a different look. So one of the other DIY projects that I am wanting to tackle for my fall decorating this year are giving some of these pumpkins a bit of a makeover to give them more of a realistic look to them. I love the look of those heirloom pumpkins. I've seen so many of them out at the stores, but they're so pricey. And I thought to myself, I'm pretty sure that I could use some paint and recreate a look that is very similar to that. And I've been reviewing several tutorials that I have seen on Pinterest on how to do just that. So the thrift store has a ton of these pumpkins. I picked this size up, I think they were 50 cents, 75 cents, something like that. They were under $1. And then I also picked up a slightly larger one to see if I can create that look myself. Doing little DIY projects like this is such a great way to not only keep things affordable, but to also personalize your decor to fit your home. You can choose paint colors that fit in with your color scheme and your home. So let's talk color palette here for just a few minutes. I have two inspiration photos that I will pop up on the screen here for you so that you can see what I was thinking for my fall decorating. I mentioned before, I gravitate more towards using neutrals in my spaces just because it fits in more with the existing decor that I already have. I really love for my seasonal decor to complement the decor that I already have in my home. So the base colors for my fall decor are going to be more of those creams, tans, browns, and then I want to build in some more of the earth tones in richer colors. So darker browns, darker tans, maybe a hint of a darker green. So we'll kind of have to see how things go, but that's sort of what I'm thinking right now, is to have that neutral base in the creams and tans, and then to build in some contrast using some richer browns and greens. The really nice thing about starting with that neutral base is that you can then build in whatever accent colors you want to use. If you like the traditional colors of fall with the reds and yellows and oranges, you can go in that direction. If you like those moodier colors, the burgundies and deep purples, you can go in that direction. It just offers you the flexibility to build in whatever accent colors you want to use. One of the other elements that I was really thinking about when it came to planning out my fall decor for this year was to incorporate more of those natural, realistic elements into my home. I absolutely love floral arrangements that have that really organic and gathered look to them. So that was something that I really wanted to incorporate into my home this year for the fall. I have a couple photos here that I want to show you that kind of illustrates really well what I was thinking about. So the one thing that all of these pictures have in common is the natural elements in them. So I love the use of the pine cones and the leaves, and then just the way that the arrangements are put together. It looks like you just went out into your yard or out into the forest and collected all of these things and then brought them into your home. So that is really the look that I am wanting to bring into my home. I just think that it looks really pretty and just creates that cozy feeling that I absolutely love in my home. One thing that I was really wanting to try this year with my fall decor was incorporating a few florals, and there were some photographs that I came across as inspiration that I thought were absolutely beautiful. There was this one photo of some pumpkins with some berries and leaves up on a mantle that I thought was just so pretty, so I'm hoping to be able to recreate something similar to that. And then there were some other photos that I saw that had some beautiful gathered arrangements put together that incorporated the use of florals, but in these really beautiful muted fall tones. The last portion of this video is going to be a small fall thrift haul. I have a couple pieces that I have been collecting over the last several weeks that I wanted to share with you, some of the things that are out there at the thrift store, the prices that I paid for them, and then some of the ideas that I have for those items. So I already shared my two smaller white pumpkins that I found at the thrift store, and again, I think I paid like 75 cents or something like that for them. I also found a larger orange one that I paid $3.49 for, and I shared my ideas about turning these pumpkins into very realistic heirloom feeling pumpkins, and I'm really excited to give that a try this fall. One of the ways that I really love to bring more warmth into my home for the fall season is to incorporate more copper pieces, and I actually found this little copper piece at the thrift store. It was priced at $5, so I picked this one up. It does have the little hook at the top here that I can hang it if I want to, and I just did a really cute little update in my kitchen that I'm looking forward to sharing with all of you in my fall decorating video, and this is going to be absolutely perfect for that new addition in my kitchen. When I'm at the thrift store, I am always looking for unique pieces or pieces that remind me of high-end pieces that I see, and I saw this pumpkin and it does hold tea lights. I just absolutely loved it, and I actually saw on Pottery Barn, I'll pop the picture here up on the screen for you. They're not identical, but they're a very similar feeling, and I thought this one was just so pretty and thought that it would be a really nice addition to my fall decor. I did order some battery operated tea lights to put on the inside of it, so I'm really looking forward to styling this piece. The next piece I picked up at the thrift store was this set of cookie cutters, fall-inspired cookie cutters. My thought behind this was to actually display them in my kitchen. I thought that it would be a really sweet element to bring in that fall feeling to my kitchen. These were priced at $2.49 for the set. I have just one more piece that I wanted to share with you from this thrift haul, and it is this little glass pumpkin that I picked up for $2.49. I just thought that it was so sweet and it would be a really nice addition in my kitchen for the fall time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you got some ideas and inspiration for your home from this video. If you enjoy this kind of home decor content, I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel, and thank you so much for taking the time to give this video a like. It really does help out my channel so much. If you are looking for some more home decor inspiration, be sure to check out one of these videos, and I will see y'all soon in my next one.